This is 7 National News. Here are the headlines. President of the UAE receives His Majesty Sultan Qaboos bin Saeed. Dubai municipality launches e-service for building permits. And 65 deaths confirmed in northern India's train accident. And in our top story, President His Highness Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan today welcomed His Majesty Sultan Qaboos bin Saeed, who has arrived in the UAE for a 2-day fraternal visit. Sultan Qaboos, who is visiting the state on the invitation of President Khalifa, held cordial talks on bilateral relations between the UAE and Oman. Earlier, upon arrival at Al Ain International Airport, Sultan Qaboos was received by Vice President and Prime Minister of the UAE and ruler of Dubai, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, as well as His Highness and General Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, the Crown Prince of Abu Dhabi and Deputy Supreme Commander of the UAE Armed Forces. The Dubai municipality has launched a unified e-service for building permits, along with a number of government organisations. The new service is a part of approvals for building permits in Dubai. Mohammed Abdul Karim Julfa, the Assistant Director General for Corporate Support Services, stated that the one single service will relieve consultants and contractors from approaching numerous departments and will provide support to investors by facilitating their transactions while reducing investment costs. The Road and Transport Authority has called for all motorists to inspect their tyres on a regular basis, especially those who are travelling on long-distance road trips. Director of Traffic for the RTA, Engineer Hussein Al-Banna, stated that tyre-related accidents generally result in high rate of fatalities and has cautioned motorists against buying used tyres. Al-Banna said that according to official figures, 31% of road accidents were due to tyre explosions between July and September of last year. He said that should drivers experience tyre explosions, they should immediately take their foot off the accelerator as well as the brake, as an attempt to stop the vehicle abruptly may cause it to overturn. Abu Dhabi Airports company has announced that the Albertine Executive Airport saw a 40% rise in private jet movements for the first half of the year, compared to the same period in 2010. They added that commercial air movement also saw a 12% increase from January to June of this year compared to the same period last year, which saw over 4,500 commercial flights. Officials attribute this growth of both business and commercial movements to visiting jets and new operators such as Rotana Jet that have not used the airport before. Freelance real estate agents who are not registered with the Abu Dhabi municipality will be the target of new regulations for tenant protection, according to officials. According to a local paper, Ali Al-Hashimi, the project manager for Tawthiq, the Emirates' new real estate regulatory initiative, stated that unlicensed freelancers are common and that residents must report those that are not registered to the Department of Economic Development. Officials say that eliminating these violators should be a priority for the sector. Dubai Traffic Police recorded 1.2 million traffic violations for the first half of the year. The report showed that speeding offences topped the list, accounting for up to 50% of overall violations, where offenders broke the speed limit by up to 30 kilometres per hour. 2,414 dangerous driving offences were recorded, and officials have raised concern surrounding 8,000 red light violations that were reported over the last 6 months. Just under 220,000 fines were physically given to violators, and just over 1 million fines were given out without offenders present. And looking to news abroad now, the death toll in the Howrah Delhi Kalka Mail derailment has been confirmed at 65, while the number of injured passengers continues to rise and has crossed the 200 mark, according to Indian Railways. The train derailed around 8:20 p.m. on Sunday evening when the driver of the train suddenly applied emergency brakes, the reason for which is yet to be ascertained. The Kalka-bound train was running at a speed of 108 kilometres per hour when it derailed. Around 1,200 passengers were on board when the incident took place, leaving many dead and several trapped inside the metallic debris of the train. Survivors are still being rescued out of the mangled remains of the train's coaches. Other than the Army, specialised teams of the National Disaster Response Force, railways and local administrations are on the spot to help in the rescue and salvage operations. Rescue divers searching the wreck of a Russian boat that sank in the Volga on Sunday found several bodies today, bringing the confirmed death toll to 8, while more than 100 people are still missing. A few dozen divers working with underwater searchlights combed the shifting hulk of the Bulgaria, a double-decked half-century-old boat that survivors said listed to its side and sank in a matter of minutes in a storm. 80 people were rescued, most of them by climbing aboard a passing boat after more than an hour in the water, according to the Emergency Situations Ministry, although hopes that anyone else has survived have faded fast. As many as 60 of the passengers may have even been children. The president has ordered investigators to determine the cause of the disaster. Russian media reports focused on the age of the boat, built in 1955. And up next, we have the day's business news, so stay with us.